Attending this meeting is just appearing, but the meeting is not really happening, right?
Well, I can only say yes or no to that if we really understand what you referred to as the meeting. But what is happening is happening. Now, there may be ideas about what the meeting is, and then what is happening is ideas about the meeting and what the meeting is. But that is happening as well, as thoughts. And those can be, bless you, those could be, those thoughts could be useful or practical or not. Some thoughts are practical and useful and some are not. But what matters is to recognize what is happening as what it is. So specifically, what we tend to misinterpret is thoughts. We interpret thoughts to be the reality. So the map that the mind makes is interpreted to be fundamentally what is the reality. And then what it's referring to starts to become a bit of like a background or a less real than the map, than the thoughts. And so if, for example, I pick up a cup and there's a thought process of cup and getting water, what starts to become fundamentally more real is the concept world of cup, water, drink than the experience of cup, water, drink. The thoughts about the fruit rather than the taste. And both are happening, both are part of what's happening, but because of the focus on thought and the ability that we have to make the conceptual world appear to be more foreground, more fundamentally real, and to forget that it's made of thought. And so the conceptual world, the conceptual map of reality, of me and other, which me and other only appear as a conceptual world, it becomes reality, it becomes self and other. It is interpreted to be what I am. And then the world, so the concept I is interpreted to be what I am, and then everything that stems from that, the concepts and the world map that comes from that in thought, becomes more fundamentally real. And it's quite complex in the experience, but the reality of it is very simple. Once you see it's just thought, and it doesn't have to be battled with or thrown away, that's giving it too much reality again. Whereas it could just be seen as thought. It's like a dream, it's a reflection, and it's a part of nature, it's a part of the human experience. And when it is seen for what it is, it becomes useful and practical, like a hand. Is that speaking to what you were asking about? But that's when the question is the meeting happening? I could say there's an aspect of mystery, which is what's really happening is mysterious. What really is mysterious. And then there are concepts and thoughts and interpretations about it, which is the meeting happening? And meeting is happening as an interpretation of this. What this is something you could call meeting, but it's a lot more than meeting. Meeting is a simplification, and it's also, there's an aspect where there isn't a meeting happening, in the sense that there is one appearance and there aren't things coming together. But there's another level where it is. We have a schedule and we come together. But to reduce that as meeting is to be too involved in the mental frame of what that is. And that can be seen with everything, and when that is seen, all of experience is this kind of wonder and mystery.
The point is that any idea about the meeting is just an idea, not the reality of the meeting. So what is this meeting?
That's what I'm speaking to. Yeah, what this is, you cannot ever fully know. Not because there's something there you can't reach, because the mind cannot grasp. It's beyond the mind. And so what can know from the world of thought and language, it cannot go that far. And that's what I'm referring to as mystery.
Yay, this is the point where I feel frustration.
You get frustration because you are attached to the mental understanding. You want to understand from a conceptual mental place, or a part of you is attached to that.
Yes, and there is also a seeing that that is allowed. It's okay to feel frustration, it just arises.
Yeah, and it's great to not make of that a problem, to notice that it's what's happening. And then also you can see more clearly, more deeply, but see not from understanding mentally, but to see, for example, that there is something that's mystery that the mind cannot grasp. Yeah. But you can know that from a different place. And it's not a knowing, it's like a different form of knowing. It's not a mind map knowing. It's a knowing as in touching, tasting, sensing. It's like the knowing of the taste of a fruit. Which is different from the knowing of the description of the taste, of the understanding of what makes the taste. And so when the frustration appears, it could be a nice signal for you to lean into the tasting. Yeah. And just savor it. Yeah. Savor the textures, the flavors of the experience. and of the mystery, and of including the part of you that feels frustrated, that wants to understand. You can even taste that as a part of you that has a longing to create a accurate map, that's grasping. And so that you don't remain in the frustration, but you do allow it. If you fight the frustration, if you were to interpret it as problematic, then you will be stuck there. But if you allow it, then you can swim with it, you can dance with it, and explore more deeply what's underneath, which is what I'm kind of proposing.